Konnichiwa and welcome to another video on my channel. So we are now in Kyoto and we just took the bus here to the Kinkaku-ji temple, and as you may know, in Tokyo we took this subway all the time, but here in Kyoto we just take the buses, and it is really difficult to take a bus because on the bus stops, the different bus stops are only in Japanese signs, so we can't read them. But now we are here at the Kinkaku-ji temple and let's have a look. So we are now in front of the Kinkaku-ji temple. The Kinkaku-ji is a Zen temple in northern Kyoto, whose top 2 floors are completely covered in gold leaf, as you can see behind me. Formerly known as Ruakonji, the temple was the retirement villa of the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, and according to his will, it became a Zen temple of the Rinzai sect after his death in 1408. Kinkaku-ji is an impressive structure built overlooking a large pond, and it is the only building left of Yoshimitsu's former retirement complex. It has burned down numerous times throughout its history, and the present structure was rebuilt in 1955. As you can see behind me, each floor has a different architectural style. The first floor is built in the Shinden style, used for palace buildings during the Heian period, from 710 to 1185. And the second floor is built in the Buki style, used in samurai residences, and has its exterior completely covered in gold leaf. It is really impressive. You can even see the temple's reflection in the pond. So we just changed the place and we are now at the Ryoan-ji temple. So we are now in the Ryoan-ji temple, which is the site of Japan's most famous rock garden, and it attracts hundreds of visitors every day. Originally aristocrats ruler during the Heian period, this site was converted into a Zen temple in 1450. The garden's date of construction is unknown, and there are a number of speculations regarding its designer. Along with its origins, the meaning of the garden is unclear. Some believe the garden represents the common theme of a tiger carrying cups across a pond or an island in a sea, while others claim the garden represents an abstract concept like infinity. Because the garden's meaning has not been made explicit, it is up to each viewer to find the meaning for him or herself. It is really hard to describe the forms and structures of the garden, but have a look yourself. Ryoan-ji's garden is viewed from the Hojo, the head priester from our residence where we are now, so we had to take off our shoes to get in here. Besides the stone garden, the Hojo features some paintings on the sliding doors, Fusama, of its tatami rooms and a couple of smaller gardens on the rear side of the building, like this one. So after a bus drive, we are now here at the next temple, and as you can see, we again had to take out our shoes. Sanju Sangendo is the popular name for the Rengyo-in temple in eastern Kyoto, which is famous for its 1001 statues of Kannon, the goddess of mercy. The temple was founded in 1164 and rebuilt a century later after the original structure had been destroyed in a fire. Measuring 120 meters, the temple hall, in which we were just now, is Japan's longest wooden structure. The name Sanju Sangendo literally means 33 intervals and comes from the number of the intervals between the building's support columns. In the center of the main hall where we just were sits a large wooden statue of a 1,000-armed cannon, Senju cannon, that is flanked on each side by 500 statues of human-sized 1,000-armed cannon, standing in 10 rows. So after these incredible experiences here in Kyoto, we are now going to Nara. Nara is located less than 1 hour from Kyoto. Japan, and especially Nara, is famous for its temples, and due to its past as the first permanent capital, it remains full of historic treasures, including some of Japan's oldest and largest temples. So we are now at the Todaiji. The Todaiji is one of Japan's most famous and historically significant temples and a landmark of Nara. The temple was constructed in 752 as the head temple of all provincial Buddhist temples of Japan and grew so powerful that the capital was moved from Nara to Nagoka in 784 in order to lower the temple's influence on government affairs. Todaiji's main hall, the Daibutsuren Big Buddha Hall, is the world's largest wooden building. In Sanjendu we had the largest wooden hall in Japan, and this building is the world's largest wooden building. And the present construction of 1992 is only 2/3 of the original temple's hall size. The massive building in which we are now, houses one of Japan's largest bronze statues of Buddha, as you can see behind me. The 15 meters tall seated Buddha represents Varikona and is flanked by two Bodhisattvas. We are now behind the big bronze Buddha statue, and as you can see, it is really impressive how big it is. It goes up to the roof. Wow.
It is commonly believed in Japan that if you rub a part of the statue Bintsuru and then rub the corresponding part of your own body, then your ailment will disappear. Let's try it out. So let's see if it works.
The two golden things on the roof of the house are fish tails. And these fish tails are believed to protect the building from fire because the fish is a symbol of water. But it didn't work because this building burned down 2 times in the past. So this temple was really impressive, and now we will head on to Nara Park. We are now in the Nara Park, which is a large park in central Nara, established in 1880. It is the location of many of Nara's main attractions, including the Todaiji, where we just went, and the Kasuga Shrine, where we will go next. This park is home to hundreds of freely roaming deer. As you can see, there are just 4 deer right next to me. Considered in Shinto to be messengers of the gods, Nara's nearly 1,200 deer have become a symbol of the city and have ever been designated as a natural treasure. Nara's deer are surprisingly tame, although they can be aggressive if they think you will feed them. So you can see, they're just a deer coming to us. We didn't do nothing, we don't have any food with us, but it's just very, very tame. You guys, here in the park we found many wild deers. They are all lying on the ground directly next to me. Last for today here in Nara, we are now at the Kasuga Shrine. The Kasuga Shrine is famous for its approximately 3,000 lanterns which have been donated by worshippers. Hundreds of bronze lanterns can be found hanging from the buildings, while as many stone lanterns, like here, line its approaches. The lanterns are only lit twice a year during 2 lantern festivals, one in early February and one in mid-August. The inscriptions on each lantern, as you can see here or here, are showing the name of the worshippers, the name of the people who donated these lanterns.
These are the very old stone lanterns, sometimes 500 years old, 600 years old. If you push very hard, the upper side will fall down on your head and kill you.
the area around me is the Kasuga shrine. Kasuga-Taisha is Nara's most celebrated shrine. It was established at the same time as the capital and is dedicated for the protection of the city. Kasuga-Taisha was also the tutelary shrine of the Fujiwara, Japan's most powerful family clan, during most of the Nara and Heian periods. Kasuga-Taisha is periodically rebuilt every 20 years for many centuries. On our way back, we just found a street musician. Cool! Having visited lots of temples today, we are now going back. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got a deeper look into the history of Japan and also of the temples. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will see you in the vlog tomorrow on Jee's channel. Until next time.